Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Going solo today, it looks like. No Joe, no Jake. So we might have to get Lloyd or Jim on here today just to make it a little more interesting. But we're at the Lincoln Community High School today. A whole slate of basketball going on today here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the freshmen will tip off at 10 o'clock, followed by the girls at 2:30 and the boys tonight at 7:30. Scott Kirby. Jim's going to come on today. As always, you can watch us on YouTube. You can listen on the Mixler app or the old-fashioned way, 96.3 FM, as Jim Ash joins us right now. Jim, you thought you were going to have the day off today.
I was going to leave here shortly, but I guess I won't.
It looks like you're with me today, and a whole lot of basketball going on today here at the old gymnasium here at Lincoln, and this is a first for us, broadcasting the Cheap Seats here from the radio booth where we sat to do the boys and girls games. And the freshmen on the court right now, Jim, getting ready to warm up. They've got a game at 10 o'clock, and,
Normal West, I guess.
Normal West?
Yeah. So I guess we won't be able to video the boys' game. I thought maybe we might be able to, after this got kind of boring, we could just switch it over to the basketball game instead. But I guess we can't do that. I guess we can watch the warm-ups.
Right. They're getting on the court right now, going through some plays, and like you said, Normal West will be here, and 10 o'clock tip-off for them. And the girls at 2:30. Who do they have today?
They've got Galesburg. The Silver Streaks coming down whatever that road is.
That's, 74?
Is it 74?
74 to 155. To 55 to Lincoln here. Hopefully the roads are good for them as they have, it's about an hour and a half away.
I imagine they got a little more snow than we did here in central Illinois.
Yeah, didn't have a whole lot last night of snow, but the first snow of the year, we've been pretty lucky.
We have. We've had our cold spell. Now we got the snow out of the way. Now we can wait for spring, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Is there going to be a baseball season this year?
That's a good question. I don't think anything's been resolved yet.
They haven't even talked, have they?
I think they may be talking, but I don't think they're getting anywhere. So,
I mean, we knew this was going to happen, but we didn't know how long they were going to prolong this. You know, if it was going to interfere with any of the spring games.
You think about here, 2 or 3 weeks, pitchers and catchers usually meet beginning of February, mid-February. So, yeah, it's going to get interesting, Jim.
And then you got all these players who are unsigned.
Yeah.
That these free agents, they don't have a team now. And then there's going to be a flurry of activity here right before the season starts.
Can teams talk to players, or is everything just shut down?
No, they cannot. Now, I think the minor league system is okay. They can do what they normally do, but major league players are forbidden to talk to the owners or management. So,
well, I don't know if is it called a strike or what, but if anybody's going to be on strike, you would think it'd be the minor leaguers.
Yeah, well, we might just watch the minor leaguers this year. I don't know.
That's what we watched with the Cubs last year. I mean,
that's right.
So, might be a little step up.
That's true.
A big game last night, Illinois at home against Michigan, a late one. Illinois pulls away from Michigan. A tough game throughout, but they were able to pull out the victory 68-53. I know that the score doesn't indicate how close it was, but Illinois, I caught about the last 3 or 4 minutes of it, but from what I read and things online is they didn't play real well the first half, and
they didn't play well against Nebraska either. So hopefully they're getting this out of their way. I don't know, but I didn't watch any of the game last night because I was watching the later Railer game, and I'd forgotten all about the Illinois game, to tell you the truth.
Well, you gotta pay attention what's going on here. As the Lady Railers, they did play last night, a big win against Mattoon. I think it's their third time playing them. So take 2 out of 3 there. The Lady Railers they're having a heck of a season right now.
Ranked 4th in the state, Mattoon number 8. So I don't think they meet in the regionals or sectionals because they're not in the same region. But those, Lincoln's going to be pretty good this year, next year too. So
yeah, they got a young team, so very exciting for them, and you'll be able to listen to them here on WLCN 96.3 at 2:30. But back to Illinois, I know we kind of just flip-flop there, but back to Illinois. yeah, we're all over the place, but back to Illinois. Still without Curbelo. I don't really know what his situation is right now.
Is he going to redshirt, you think?
I really don't know. It's been hush-hush. I would think, you hear things that he's pretty close to coming back, and then Coach Underwood said he had a little minor setback. So, we're already into January, and, only, I'd say 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, a couple months of regular season where we're right in the Big Ten right now, and Big Ten play, and I don't know if he's coming back or not.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to depend on how well they play. If they play like they have the last couple of nights, you might see him back on the court, but if they can get playing better, then I can see them saying, well, just wait till next year.
Yeah, and you mentioned they had a rough first half against Nebraska too. You start playing these teams that are really good, like Purdue on Monday. Mm-hmm. If you start out slow right there, it could be over at halftime, and it's going to be hard to get yourself back in the game. So, they got to find a way to. They got to find a way to start off strong and and not dig that hole. And I know it's easier said than done, but the man right here joining us right now, he could probably tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, he's got an inside track on all that.
So our show just got a lot better, Jim.
Yeah, I can leave now, I suppose.
I don't know. You probably should stay. But Coach Neil Alexander joining us right now. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Basketball already on Saturday morning. I know you just went over to the rec center to watch some junior regular basketball. We got some freshman basketball at 10 o'clock, the girls at 2:30, and then the boys tonight. So Roy S. Anderson pretty busy today.
Yeah, it is. And, we've got to make some phone calls here. We have not heard from Normal West, so I assume they're coming, but I do know they did get a lot more snow over on the western part of the state, so I'm going to have to call Quincy here and see where they stand.
Quincy, and then I know Galesburg as well.
They're same boat.
So, hopefully the roads clear up for them. Because that just makes your job harder. You cancel a game, you got to try to reschedule it. But being non-conference games, those games kind of get put on the back burner.
They do right now. The girls' season is even a week shorter now. Well, they start a week before us, but they end a week before us as well. So they don't have much time left. Last night's game for the girls was really, really important, and as every game, when you're trying to shuffle around, you're trying to figure out your seeds and things for the state tournament, and we definitely are in good shape with the girls.
Yeah, ranked number 4 in the state, so congratulations to them. I know rankings are just rankings, they really don't mean a whole lot until the end of the year, but that's a pretty big honor just to be, ranked in the top 5 in the state of Illinois for girls basketball. That's got to be quite some time since that's happened.
Yeah, but they've worked at it, they've built it, and, it's... we just got to keep moving. They had a great win last night, but they got to turn around and play a very, very good Galesburg team today. That program is one of the best in the state. I think they've only lost maybe 3 games. So that will be a real good game. And, as I tell the boys, the rankings are for the fans.
Right.
You just got to keep working at what you're doing and not let that interfere with your thoughts and things. And, they had a big win last night. But that game's over. They got to turn around and play another big one tonight. So when you play really, really good people and you win those basketball games, those are really important when it comes to the seeding meetings.
Absolutely, and the girls are doing that all year long. Took on a Mattoon team last night, Coach. I know we talk about it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I know they split before, but I think Mattoon's in the top 10 as well, and came away with an impressive victory last night.
Well, both those teams have 2 losses, and they're to each other. Lincoln's beat Mattoon twice, and Mattoon has beaten Lincoln twice.
Oh, really? Okay, so they faced 4 times?
4 times.
Okay.
They've played each other the first 2.5 weeks of the season. They played 3 times.
Okay. Played 4 times, Lloyd, not 3. See, you got to get your stats straight. Coach, the freshmen are on the court right now going through some things. How are they looking this year?
They're doing good. They're the ones that got hit pretty good. I guess we're having a game because there's Normal West just walked in the door. So
that's good to see.
We don't have to worry about them and everything. So, they're here. So the freshmen are going to play at 10 o'clock. So, that game will go on. I'm sure the interstates are probably clear. I'm hoping, and both Galesburg and Quincy, we hope will make the trip. But we also know that everyone's safety is the first and most important.
Well, as the freshmen continue to practice, no JMac this year. I know Gary Rademacher stepped in. He's with the freshmen right now. How's he adjusting to
He's learning,
the coaching?
just like the freshman group. He's learning, and it takes a little bit of time. But he's also a gym rat, so he's coached before. It's not like he's first rodeo, so he's doing very well. It is a little bit quieter in the gym without JMac, but it's.
I think Central Illinois is a little quieter.
Yeah,
all cooped up.
Both our coaches, Zach, Dom, and
Zach.
Gary, are both doing a great job for them. And I think they've been beaten once. I think Normal beat them, and I think that was early after Christmas, where maybe it was before Christmas. But we're finally getting all the freshman kids back, and they're getting to practice and getting a little bit better. Their season's not much longer. I mean,
it kind of flew by, didn't it?
About the what is it, the 17th, 18th, 19th, I think they're done of February.
Yeah.
So,
well, you mentioned Zach Dom. He's been with the program for a while, and he's probably able to get a few more words in this year. Maybe a little more coaching. I don't know if he's as vocal as JMac, but he's been around for a while, so he didn't really skip a beat that for the freshmen.
No, and every coach is different, and kids have to learn to adjust to them, and he's more of a laid-back type coach where. JMac is real energetic and very vocal, and and either way works. It just how you get your point across is the most important thing.
Well, Coach, let's get to tonight's game. Hopefully the Quincy Blue Devils are going to come to Roy S. It's been a while since, I know back in the mid-'90s, maybe early '90s. Quincy was a big rival for the Lincoln Railers, and we haven't really seen them on the schedule much the past several years.
Well, we've played them on and off, and we've hit them down at Collinsville, but we like playing a good quality program, and they're having a great year, and the future is very bright for Quincy. They're playing 3 freshmen, and I think they won last night, and I think there's maybe 15, 16, and 3 maybe. So again, they're having a great year, and we'll just have to do the best we can. When we played them down there, we had a trouble scoring, but again, our defense is pretty solid and things, and it held them down. But we basically didn't finish the fourth quarter. We were up, I think, 6 or 8 points late in the middle of the second half, somewhere in that point, and we lost track of their shooters, and they can score real quick. They've got 3 or 4 kids that can fill it, and they hit 3 threes right in a row, and it went from 6-point lead for the Railers to a 3-point deficit for the Railers, and that's where you got to stay focused to where you don't let teams have those little bitty spurts.
Well, Quincy's one of the Railers' 2 losses. I guess you've had a whole week to prepare with tonight being the only game this week. What adjustments have you made? I'm sure you watched a bunch of film and tape. What adjustments have you made since you've seen them in Collinsville that you're going to have to improve on?
From the coaching side of it, you watch the film to see what they did to us, and you also watch the film to try to figure out what adjustments they're going to make. Where the holes were in our defense, because we really expanded our defense. So, you try to figure out how they're going to come back and attack us and make the adjustments that they need. So it's kind of a chess game with them. And I think two things. I think they're going to try to hit the low post, or the low, we call it short porch, halfway out on the baseline and get somebody diving into the middle. I think they're also going to try to push tempo. I could see them, moving their press up, try to get us play a little bit quicker, and make things happen from the defensive side and try to make their defense the offense. So that's kind of how we see that they're going to try to attack us. They defended us pretty well with they kind of matched up. We've kind of tried to get a little bit more motion into our zones offense a little bit. So hopefully that'll work and help us.
Yeah, tonight 7:30 start.
7:30. Most of the time on Saturdays we have a 5 and 6:30, but with the girls playing and a full day, you don't want to overlap them any. So we're playing at our normal 6 and 7:30.
Well, Coach, I know you got a busy day today. Probably spend most of it here, as the freshmen are going to tip off at 10 o'clock. And then, like you said, the girls at 2:30 and then the boys at 7:30. Hopefully we can fill this place up. I know the weather might be a little deterrent, but, whenever Quincy's in town, you usually can expect a pretty good fan base.
No doubt. And I know they'll have a following and get here. And, we just got we got to take care of business. We got to come to play, and we know that as people come into the building, we hope that they're very careful. When you got snow and everything out there, you can't get it completely cleared off. But we've been out shoveling. Our Lincoln crew's been out shoveling the snow, but you still have snow on the ground.
Right.
So please be careful as you come in.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Before we let you go, I know you had the opportunity to travel over to Champaign last night as the Illinois Fighting Illini took on the Michigan Wolverines. Anticipated matchup. Didn't know if the game was going to even, take place with some COVID issues with Michigan, but the game went on. Illinois didn't look real good the first half, which they didn't against Nebraska either. But they go in, make some halftime adjustments, and come away with a big victory.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, Michigan played very well. I thought they were aggressive. They got a lot of second and third shots. They got a lot of loose balls, and they were very physical on the Illini. And I know Coach Underwood wasn't very happy with that, but they come out and they didn't play with their big man.
Dickinson was out.
Yeah, he was out. And I stood next to him last night. Oh boy, is he big! He's huge
compared to Kofi.
Both of them are big boys, and they got to turn around, and it's kind of weird on a Monday morning to play Purdue. So
that was kind of shocking to me that you're going to schedule 11 a.m. game on. In January, where a lot of people are still working. I don't know. I'm sure that place will fill up though.
Well, it was full last night.
Yeah.
And first half they were pretty laid back. I think they just felt like without Dickinson and things that they going to have an easy time. And boy, I tell you, Michigan came out with a little spark in them.
Well, I talked to Jim before. If Illinois comes out like they have the past couple games, the first half against Purdue, they could dig themselves a hole. And against a top 10 team in Purdue, it's going to be hard to bounce back and get back into the game. So they've got to come out strong right from the get-go.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll be pumped because everybody's saying that. Purdue's had a great game last night. They done. Put Nebraska away, and Illinois has been struggling. I don't think they've played very well the last couple games, so We've got a couple days, but they better be ready Monday.
I'm sure they will. Coach Underwood, you've mentioned before where, down the stretch, Coach Underwood, his teams are ready to play, and I'm sure they'll address the first half situations. I know it's easier said than done. You can go out and tell them till you're blue in the face, and they just have to respond and get the job done.
Yeah, no doubt. And I anticipate that'll happen. And they didn't play with a lot of emotion last night, but I think there'll be a lot more in the gym Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, I'll let you get going here. I know you've got a busy day hanging out here at Roy S. Anderson, and we appreciate your time, and we will see you tonight as the Railers take on the Blue Devils from Quincy, Illinois.
Okay. Hopefully I'll have something set in stone here before you guys leave, and we'll be able to have something with Quincy and Galesburg. I'll make a couple phone calls here.
All righty. Well, thanks, Coach, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. We'll take a commercial break here, and we come back. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I think we're going to have the girls coach on, Coach Rohr, and we'll talk with her about the number 4 ranked Lady Railers. So don't go anywhere. You're in the cheap seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 as Joe Ryan is making an appearance, only half hour late, but he did make his presence. We are at Lincoln Community High School, Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Coach Neil Alexander Court, and joining us right now is the head coach for the Lady Railers, number 4 ranked Lady Railers, Coach Rohr.
Hi.
Good morning, Coach.
Number 4.
Number 4
That's
in
a
the
big deal.
state of Illinois. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, Coach. First of all, thanks for taking some time this morning. I know it's a little rough getting up on a Saturday morning after a tough game, but we appreciate your time. Let's talk about the game last night. Taking on a Mattoon team. I think they're ranked number 8. So they come into town, and I think Railers have 2 losses, right? And they're
Right.
both to Mattoon.
They are.
Mattoon has 2 losses.
They're both to us now.
A tough matchup that we may see again down the road.
Right.
You know, as the
there's a chance we'll see him in the Super.
Super.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk a little bit about last night. I know you were talking a little off air about Chloe. She had 35 points last night, and you guys were able to hold their girl down to 2 points the first half.
Yeah, Chloe, played a great game. She was finishing inside, she was finishing outside. I mean, she was just unstoppable last night. But yeah, Mallory, she's a great player, and the goal was, to keep her out of the paint. She likes to attack the basket. She's pretty quick. She's got a good Euro step. She finishes, and she knows how to draw a foul. So the goal is to stop her before she was even inside the 3, and keep her out of that paint. She's a good three-point shooter, so we also had to,
Right.
be out, and she'll shoot with you a foot away from her. You have to really be in her face, which makes it hard to guard, because it's like, okay, are we, guarding the driver, or are we guarding the shot? And, the girls did a really nice job of managing her and keeping her from scoring a lot in the first half. We also, she picked up some quick fouls in the first half, too. I think she had 4 fouls before the half. So,
Wow. So that
Chloe
takes the aggressiveness
Chloe
away.
drew a couple, and then Becca went for a loose ball, and Becca was in position, and Mallory fouled her, and it just, there were a couple things that went our way in the first half that helped.
Right.
But Mallory played the whole second half and didn't get a 5th foul. So there's that too. She's just a great player. She's smart,
Right.
and she did the right things in the second half. So.
Well, I mean, does that kind of puts her in a corner though, because she
Right.
can't be as aggressive.
Right.
You got 4 fouls in the first half.
Yeah,
typically you're going to the bench,
Yeah.
and you're not going to see the court until
Absolutely.
maybe 4th quarter.
Right.
But being their best player,
Yeah.
you have to have her on the court because it's do or die. But
absolutely.
so
Yeah.
good for her though.
Right.
For able to get through the
Right.
game, and
Yeah.
luckily for the Railers, they've got the big victory.
Yeah, it was a big victory.
Now, being ranked number 4 in the state, I know the girls see that. How do you keep them focused? We talked to Coach Al earlier, and he said, last night was last night's game. Now you move on. How do you keep them focused? Where, being number 4 in the state, that's great. But right now, that's just, that's just a fan's number. You got to keep them focused and keep them rolling.
Right. I mean, it's cool to be ranked, and I think the girls, after all their hard work, they appreciate that. But,
Right.
and I told them yesterday, I said, hey, you've earned everything that you've gotten so far. You have to continue to earn more. Just because you are here doesn't mean that you're going to be given anything. You have a target on your back now.
Right.
You have to continue to play. It's day by day. We've got a long road ahead of us. We have 2 tough games, Monday, Tuesday. We have a tough game today. And then you still have regionals, and you got to get out of your regional to get to a sectional,
Right.
and you got to get out of a sectional to make it to a super. So, it's a long road, and so they they have to stay focused, humble and hungry.
Now, I don't know, do you have some senior leadership? I know Chloe's only a sophomore. Are you relatively young?
We are young, but I do have really great senior leadership.
Okay.
So Ryan Stoltenberg is a senior, Reese McEwen's a senior, and Jasmine Robbins is a senior. And so, we do have really great senior leadership. And the nice thing about my seniors is they're good basketball players, but they're really good people. And so they know how good some of their younger teammates are. And and as they're all sharing these positions, my seniors, if they're on the bench, they're cheering them on. My sophomores, if they're on the bench, they're cheering on the seniors. You know,
Gotta like that.
and that is a really special thing, and that's one of the reasons this team has seen some success is because they support one another. There's no bickering or jealousy. You know, it's just we want to win, and and I think that the seniors, they're very intelligent young girls. It's going to take all of us to win.
Right, and as a senior, you know, this is their last dance. You know, they want to advance in the tournament as far as they can. So, you know, obviously they're going to give it their all and their support. And,
Absolutely.
you know, you got to have those younger, you know, girls in there playing well and
they push each other too.
Right.
So that's nice. You know, the seniors push sophomores push the seniors, and then we get better day by day. So
if we go back to the game last night, would you say the play of the game was when Becca tipped that ball and got possession?
God, what a play! Wow, what a play! Yeah, that was. I mean, you know, you don't expect a young kid to be able to make a play like that, right? I definitely top 5 plays of the game, no doubt. I don't know if I could pick just one. There were so many, and there are so many kids that did things well, you know. Reese picking up those points right at the end of the game, stepping up when all the guards have been shut down. Like, those were big plays for us. And she'd been kind of quiet during the game, and then all of a sudden, here she is. So, you know, Chloe had a great step back move. There's just a lot of little things that went our way that
it's exciting.
It is.
So have you done? Obviously, I had to work this morning a little bit. I did.
I mean, you're all over the place with your gear.
Yeah, man, I'm Tommy Brady in the Big Red.
Okay.
Have you guys talked about the last time the Lady Raiders were ranked this high and all that stuff? As you went through some of the history of it, or not? I just wonder.
Well, you've been here the whole time.
for us, you've been here the whole time. You just missed Coach Al.
Did Coach Al talk? What'd he say?
Well, I don't know.
Well, he was before me. I don't know.
He did, yeah. See, I don't know either.
So, but you've been here the whole time with me,
right?
I thought off air or anything you had talked about it. No,
I mean, it's probably been a while. I mean,
when's the last time you came on the radio show? Because I've been asking about this, and now what are you up to? $65 a show? Is that what you're charging?
I mean, it goes up every week.
I was just gonna say. And I was
I'm getting the vibe that she's not a morning person, Joe.
Well, she married a farmer, and they are.
They are.
You better start getting up.
So
I'm a night owl, and he's a morning person.
Yeah, especially after a late game and a tough game last night. But let's get to Joe's question as far as your rankings. As a coach, have you ever been ranked this high? I mean,
no.
Mm-mm. So it's exciting for you too, but once again, it's just a number.
Right.
And at the end of the season, you want that number 1 spot. Obviously.
Well, obviously, but
I mean, yeah.
Two's okay.
You know, you want to be in that Final Four group. You know,
right,
you want to be there, but you want to do it by playing the game, like in a game, not just, you know, what the readings might say after our last regular scheduled game. You know, you want to be there. You want to.
And it's kind of exciting when you go places, right? And obviously you have the bullseye on you, but there are people that are coming out of the community and go, hey, you know, this Lincoln team's ranked 4th, or, you know, they want to come out and see that.
Right, and that was here last night. You know, Railer Nation came out last night. The student section was amazing. The band was, you know, awesome. The Poms, you know, we were so grateful for all of that. Like, the kids, it really motivated them. It pumped them up to have people here supporting them and
absolutely
feeling like, hey, like, we're doing something. We're, you know, changing a little bit of this culture here where people are going to want to come watch us. And
well, you know, they see it over the years where the boys, they get all that attention. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then now, you know, the girls are getting that.
Right.
And that's a big deal.
Right.
I mean, you see the band here, you know, a full gymnasium. That's got to pump the girls up. Man, they just kick it up a notch.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, I've never felt like that as a coach on a Friday night, you know, playing that primetime game with, like, all the bells and whistles. You know, I've never felt like that So it can't even, like here I am a grown up and I'm feeling the excitement
absolutely.
of Friday night basketball.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine how my young girls felt, that excitement, that rush, like this is what it's about.
And it's got to help prepare them when you go to the tournament and have those larger crowds that they're not used to.
Absolutely. And that was that feeling last night. And that's kind of something we talked about in the locker room. Like, hey, like you got to go out and you got to play basketball. Like your fans are here. They're going to be here. They're going to be cheering you on and motivating you. But you can't, listen to that. You can't buy into that. You just have to play the game. And this is a good way to prepare for postseason because when you win a regional and you're playing in a sectional in our gym, that's what you're gonna feel. There's not gonna be an open seat in this house.
Now, do you know much about the tournament? Has that all been announced, like for you guys, where you might go? Or
Sort of. I mean, we don't have it hasn't been set yet, but I think Normal West is one of the places we could go, or Champaign. And there's a chance, depending on where we get ranked, that we could end up playing Mahomet Seymour in a regional championship, and they're a good team. So hopefully, we'll go to opposite places and we won't see each other till the sectional. But with 3 really good ball clubs in the same conference, we're playing each other a lot, and we're gonna meet each other in that postseason hunt
sometime.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be having that here this year, huh?
Yeah.
We need to talk to our athletic director.
The sectional is here.
Oh, the sectional is here.
See, there you go.
Nice. Guys, we got to get to that then.
We got to get to it.
No doubt.
That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
Jam this place.
Now, last night, big game, Friday night, a 2:30 game. Could be a little different atmosphere. Typically afternoon games, crowds don't, tend to come in. But with the girls, you never know. So hopefully we can get this gymnasium filled up at 2:30.
Yeah, that would be great. Come out for the girls, grab a bite to eat, come back for the boys.
Absolutely.
Have a donut.
A day of basketball. That's what.
That's what
being
Lincoln's
a Lincoln
about,
Rattler
right?
is. Yeah.
Gym rats.
Yeah. So.
Tell us a little bit about Galesburg. They're usually a solid program. The Silver Streaks. Tell us a little bit about what we can anticipate today.
They're a good team. They're well coached. They have a couple of players that can shoot the basketball. They're big, so they're going to outsize us for sure. So we're going to really have to be in position on the boards. They do a good job of breaking presses, so that's something we went over in practice a few days ago, just to, because you don't get a full practice before you see them today.
Right.
So we had to prepare for both teams. So the girls do know kind of what to expect from them. They're a good team. We're going to have to come and play.
Now, obviously, back-to-back games. Do you focus more on the Mattoon game? I mean, I'm not saying you're taking away from the Galesburg game,
Right.
but being a conference game, your attention and your focus is probably more geared towards Mattoon.
Our attention and focus was more geared to Mattoon. We spent a few minutes here and there, like, hey, this is something Galesburg's going to do. This is something we saw in film that you're going to see in the game, so that, hey, mentally prepare yourselves for this. But we are focused on winning our conference game. At this point, we would need, we have to win all the rest of the games outward, and then somebody else has to step up and beat Mattoon if we want to win conference outright. But right now, we're tied with them, so that'll be okay too.
How do you face a team 4 times? I know you have your 2 conference games, but
Right.
Tournaments?
Yeah, so we both played in the Pain of Thanksgiving tournament, and we played each other the very first game of the tournament, and then we lost to them. Now, we didn't have Reese that day. I think we lost by like 7 or 8, and so the way that we came back down, and we ended up playing each other in the championship game of the Pain of tournament too a week later. So
geez.
we won that game. And then a week after that, we played them again at their place. So we played each other 3 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Which was a lot of Mattoon.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of any team. But I feel like, and then here we played them last night. So that's 4.
That's 4. And it's split.
And it's been every other. So they won, we won, they won, we won.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that trend doesn't
I know, and I was thinking about
if
that last
we see
night.
it down
I was
the
writing
road.
down, yeah.
But there's still a lot of basketball to be played. How many games are left in the season? I mean, it's coming down. I mean, we're mid-January.
Right.
And you probably, 4 or 5 weeks left?
How many games have we played? 16 and 2.
16. So you got
it sneaks up on you.
It does.
10 maybe.
I'd say
I
10
don't
or 12
know.
games
Yeah.
left, probably.
Yeah, so it's really flown by, and hopefully we can continue going. Now, as far as health-wise, you guys good? Just the COVID, you guys, I know it hit
It
you a
went
little
through
bit.
our team. We are almost back 100%. I think we're still missing one kid.
Okay.
So hopefully we get her back. I was saying last night, like, to my kids, you guys did so well because we have not had a practice with our entire team since like December 22nd.
Oh, wow.
You got Christmas, and then kids had like family things on days where we were leading up to our tournament that it's like, hey, come if you can. But so then we played our tournament, so we did have a full team for our tournament, and then we were dropping like flies, and we haven't had, still to this day, have not had a full practice with our entire team. We're practicing with like 7 kids, like trying to teach them how to stop Matt Toon, and they answered it, so they did.
Are they able to watch, like a huddle? You guys-
Yeah, we
are they-
watched film.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I think we watched film on Matt Toon twice. And we were supposed to play Bloomington, so we did a little film work on Bloomington, and then that game ended up getting canceled. So then we watched just only Matt Toon.
Well, nice. Well, Coach, fun
season.
Yeah, fun season. Let's keep
Thanks.
it rolling. Thanks for taking some time this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Getting up early.
Getting up early. You probably have time to go home and get you a little nap in, I think.
Well, the girls are in the back gym shooting right now, so
all
I just head out now.
Just leave.
Yeah, I'll pop back there, and about 30 minutes of shooting left, and
Right. Well, we haven't heard from Coach Al, so I'm assuming the game's still on.
it's still on. Yeah, he kind of
It's all
was
good?
like, they're
Okay.
coming. So
Good.
2:30 start time.
2:30.
Our fresh soft is playing at 1. So
Good. Well, good luck. We'll be. You can listen to it here on WLCN, watch it, or better yet, come out here and watch it live. All right. That's Coach
All right.
Rohr with
Thank
the
you.
Lincoln
Thanks, Coach.
Lady
Thank-
Rail Splitters, number 4 ranked Lady Rail Splitters. Joe, that's very,
deal.
very big deal. Very impressive. They're fun to watch. Hopefully, they can keep it rolling.
Yep, let's hope so.
Hey, let's take another commercial break. We come back. We'll wrap it up here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. We're back.
Live.
Cheap Seats. Joe Ryan in the house.
Yeah, it was tough to get here today. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's
you
tough to
know,
get here.
when you own a business, sometimes you gotta step in and clock in and get the job done.
I popped in and they were busy, so I helped out and didn't have a phone to
And
warn you guys.
You
and
just saw dollar signs, didn't you?
no, I saw donut signs.
Oh, well.
Donuts everywhere.
We are back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. 7:14 on the clock as the Railer boys freshman team warming up right now. They're going to take on Normal West. Joe, pretty exciting day here at Roy S. Kicking it off with the boys freshmen. Girls JV at 1. And girls varsity at 2:30, and then tonight the boys JV at 6, followed by the varsity at 7:30 as the Blue Devils come to town. So should be exciting. Catch all the action today at WLCN 96.3 FM or watching on YouTube. We'll bring both the girls and the boys games live action today.
A lot going on here
A lot
today.
going on.
I like that.
You know, the Fighting Illini got a big win last night, Joe. But today, football. We got football going on.
Football today.
Playoffs have started. So a lot of intriguing matchups going on. Let's go over some of them matchups, Joe.
I'm ready. You know what? You've got the Raiders going to Cincinnati. I have to tell you, I don't. You know me. I like Chucky. Chucky now is kind of off the Raiders.
Chucky's gone.
I'm falling off that bandwagon with the Raiders, but I still like the Raiders, and I like where they're playing out in Vegas.
You like Cardinals, you like the Buccaneers, you like the Raiders, the
got
Patriots.
a man crush
you
on
got
Tommy Brady.
Patriots underwear on.
No, I'm off the Patriots, but I'm a big Belichick guy. He's a good coach.
You're just a guy's guy.
Well, I will tell you that I do not feel like the Raiders can go in there and play with the Bengals. Do you?
I do not.
either.
You know, but both sitting at 10-7. You never know. I mean, this year has been kind of up and down.
Oh.
You know, with just the talent and of the teams. Where Cincinnati, you know, 1 week they just look phenomenal. The next week, not so much. But
You ever been over there to the jungle?
I have not.
It's very cool, I think.
Yeah.
It's like the old Busch Stadium to me.
Okay.
Where the football Cardinals played.
The football Cardinals?
It's a concrete jungle, but they have all the jungle stuff around the walls and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
And it's outside. I like outside games.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Raiders at Bengals. That is a 3:30 kickoff. And then tonight you got the Patriots at the Bills. Could be snowy and cold.
It's supposed to be 0.
In
Game
Buffalo.
time 7 degrees. I heard
Ouch.
earlier. That's cold.
That's
No,
real cold.
and if you're sitting in the stands, you are cold.
Yes.
I mean, if you're playing is one thing, but sitting there is cold.
Sitting there in the brisk.
Now that's a game I think is a little tighter. You know, the Patriots could beat them. With
Oh yeah,
Belichick coaching.
absolutely. The Bills haven't been playing well as of late. Yeah, their record's 11-6, but they've lost some games down the stretch that they should have won. So I don't know. That's
a good game, I
That's a
think.
good game right there. It'd be fun to watch. But I know what I'll be doing at 7:30. That's be watching the Raiders.
You do
here.
Raiders.
We'll be doing right here on the radio. So so I won't be catching that game. Tomorrow, your Eagles and your Buccaneers.
Not my Eagles.
Oh no, you don't like the Eagles.
Not a big Eagles
Not
guy.
a big Eagles. But
the
Bucks.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, let's go Eagles.
Tommy Brady.
And then 49ers Cowboys. That's
I think that's a great game.
a 3:30. So tomorrow we got 12 3:30 with the 49ers and the Cowboys. That's another good game. 49ers have been playing well down the
They've been
stretch.
playing well, and tell you what I've said from day one. The Cowboys are a good football team. I mean, they seem to have it all. They're tough on defense. They've got a lot of explosive people on offense.
Yeah, but they tend to choke when playoffs kick off.
Well, they do choke, and that's an old rivalry there, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Niners and
yes.
Cowboys.
It's
That's
just
a fun game.
You know, that's back Montana and Aikman.
Oh, yeah.
I mean-
Aikman was in there. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Roger Staubach. Did they have some good games?
Oh, I'm sure they did. Yeah.
I'm glad the Cardinals didn't go to play at Dallas. I just feel like Dallas is a good football team.
Are the Cardinals in it?
Hey, we're getting to 'em.
Okay. Yeah, we are. But first, the Steelers, who shouldn't even be in the playoffs, at the Chiefs. I'm on the Chiefs here. I hope they win by 30.
Well, now, why are you hating on the Steelers?
I don't know. Just trying to
I'll
trying to
say-
stir up some controversy.
I
here.
don't see that the Steelers can play with the Chiefs, but I'm also going to say that, Big Ben over those years has been something else. He's a legend.
So Big Ben's gone, right?
After this year? Yeah.
I mean, there's no chance of him returning, or is he retiring? Or?
He's got to just be done, I would think. I talked to Sal Paulos the other day. We were talking about this stuff, and, they're big Steeler fans. And he said that's the only quarterback that his kids have known.
Yeah.
And which is amazing because, I look at the Cardinals and, we go through 3 quarterbacks a year.
Yeah.
And you don't have that legendary guy like you do with Big Ben.
Very few teams do, and
He's a winner.
Pittsburgh one of them.
He's just getting old.
Yeah. And then tomorrow night, your Cardinals and your Rams. Boy, are you drawn between there? You're a Rams guy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Used to be?
Yeah. We had season tickets for 15 years, so
Yeah.
I like the Rams. We had a lot of good times there. But I believe red. The Cardinals can't beat the Rams. I think it's out of the last 12 games, the Rams have beat us 10 times. We don't play well on a big stage game like that.
So
Monday
you're not
night,
real
Thursday
confident
night.
right now.
We got Watt back, but he hasn't practiced forever, so that'll help.
You do have Watt back?
Yeah, I think he's gonna play. He's just practicing this week.
He's probably like a third down guy.
Yeah, but he could be a difference maker. We don't have a run game, but I do think if there's a team that's beatable in this, I'm glad we got a shot at the Rams. So I think possibly the winner of that game goes next week to out there to your favorite team, the Packers.
All right. Hey, it's 7-2. Railers is the game has started early. Is put back by number 14 for the Normal West Wildcats. Railers up 7-4. 5:52 to go in the first quarter, and our show has come to an end. It's 10 o'clock. We got to wrap it up, but we'll be back here in the booth, or at least Jay Harden and Kerry Froby will be back at 2:30 to bring you all of Lady Railer action, and then myself and Josh Komnick will be back here tonight as the Railer boys take on the Quincy Blue Devils. And
Good job.
so it should be a good game tonight. That's going to do it for us today, Joe. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for making a presence.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks to Coach Rohr for visiting us today, and good luck to her at 2:30. We're going to send it back to the studio as the Illini guys are going to come on here after us. So a busy day at the station as well.
Miller time.
So, yep, stay tuned for the Illini guys, and tune back in around 2 o'clock for the Lady Railers. That's going to do it for us today here on the Chief Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.